Everyon Weather Channel. If you're new here, my name is your name, and for the longest time I've had one major goal. One poster on my wall, one dream that kept me up at night, owning my very own superbike. And today, ... Well, just look at this beauty. This isn't just a machine. It's the result of years of dedication, sacrifice, and some serious financial planning. I get asked all the time, how did you afford that? So today, I'm pulling back the curtain and showing you the exact step-by-step process I used to go from dreaming to riding. This isn't about getting rich overnight. It's about smart, consistent effort. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's talk about how you can save for your dream bike, too. First things first, you can't hit a target you can't see. My dream was the Ducati Panigale V4. I knew the model, the year, and most importantly, the price. I researched the cost of the bike itself, but I also dug deeper. I calculated insurance quotes, the price of essential gear, like a new helmet and leathers, initial maintenance costs, taxes, and registration fees. Etis gave me a total ownership sticker price. Once I had my target number, it was time to face the music, my budget. Every coffee, every subscription, every impulse buy. Itoile opinions. I was spending over $200 a month just on lunches at work, and another $50 on streaming services I barely used. This isn't about making yourself feel bad. It's about finding opportunities. Seeing where my money was actually going allowed me to identify what I could realistically cut back on without making my life miserable. It's about being intentional. Did I want that daily $5 latte, or did I want to be $5 closer to my Panigale? The answer became surprisingly easy. With my budget understood, I launched what I called Operation Superbike Savings. This was my all-out assault on saving. The first thing I did was automate everything. I set up an automatic transfer from my checking account to a separate, high-yield savings account the day after I got paid. I started with $200 a month, then pushed it to $300. Then $400 que to pay yourself first. The money was gone before you even had a chance to miss it or spend it. This separate account was sacred. Première nickname edit de Ducatians Flandivens first was incredibly motivating. It felt like I was building my bike, piece by piece, with every deposit. Next, I got aggressive with cutting costs. Remember those work lunches? I started meal prepping. Every Sunday, I'd cook my lunches for the week. Not only did this save me over $150 a month, but I was also eating healthier. I canceled 3 streaming services I didn't watch and downgraded my phone plan. It sounds like small stuff, but those little savings added up to over $250 a month. That's $3,000 a year, just from a few simple changes. I also adopted the 30-day rule for any non-essential purchase over $50. If I wanted something, I'd write it down and wait 30 days. 9 times out of 10, the urge to buy it completely disappeared. This single habit saved me from countless impulse buys. But cutting back can only get you so far. Urea, game changer, was increasing my income. I knew my 9-to-5 salary wasn't going to get me there fast enough, so I started looking for side hustles that fit my skills. I'm pretty good with my hands. So I started offering basic motorcycle maintenance services to friends and local riders, oil changes, chain adjustments, brake pad swaps. I charged a fair price, much less than a dealership, and word spread quickly. On weekends, instead of just going out, I was earning an extra $300 to $500 a month. Every single dollar from my side hustles went directly into the Ducati fund. It wasn't easy, and it meant giving up some free time, but seeing that savings account skyrocket was all the motivation I needed. Think about what you're good at. Are you a great writer, a photographer, good at graphic design? There are platforms for everything. Find a way to monetize your skills. Now, let's talk about the mental game because this is just as important as the financial one. Saving for a big goal is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times you feel discouraged when you see your friends buying new gadgets or going on lavish vacations. To stay focused, I created a visual reminder. I printed a huge, high-resolution photo of my dream Panagle and hung it right over my desk. Every single day, I looked at that picture and remembered why I was making these sacrifices. As I got closer to my goal, I started actively hunting for the bike. I didn't just walk into the first dealership I saw. I spent months scanning online marketplaces, forums, and dealership inventories across the state. I was open to buying a pristine, low-mileage used bike to save on that initial depreciation hit. This patience paid off. I eventually found this bike, a 1-year-old model with only 2,000 miles on it, for about $5,000 less than a brand new one. Because I had my cash ready, I was in a powerful negotiating position. I made a clean, no-fuss offer, and the deal was done. The feeling of finally handing over the cash money that I had earned and saved with my own two hands was indescribable. It was 1,000 times more satisfying than if I had just taken out a loan. So, let's recap the strategy. 1. Define your dream and get your total ownership number. 2. Track your spending and create a realistic budget. 3. Automate your savings into a separate account. 4. Be ruthless in cutting unnecessary expenses. 5. Find a side hustle to boost your income. 6. Stay motivated with visual goals and celebrate small wins. And 7. Be patient and strategic when it's finally time to buy. This journey took me just under 3 years. It required discipline and a lot of sacrifices, but I can tell you without a doubt, it was worth every single moment. Every time I throw a leg over this bike and fire up that engine, I'm reminded of the hard work it represents. This isn't just about a motorcycle. This method can be applied to any major financial goal you have: a down payment on a house, a dream trip, starting a business. It's about taking control of your finances and making your money work for your dreams, not the other way around. I truly believe that anyone can do this if they commit to the process. It starts today with that first step of defining your goal. I hope this has inspired you and given you a practical roadmap to follow. What's the dream bike you're saving for? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it and cheer you on. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time for a ride. Catch you in the next one.